If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. We should not give up, and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. God, our Creator, has stored within our minds and personalities great potential strength and ability. Prayer helps us tap and develop these powers. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best to those who dream and work. My 2020 vision for India is to transform it into a developed nation. That cannot be abstract, it is a lifeline. If 4 things are followed, having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. Small aim is a crime, have great aim. If we are not free, no one will respect us. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. Writing is my love. If you love something, you find a lot of time. I write for 2 hours a day, usually starting at midnight. At times, I start at 11. Where do the evils like corruption arise from? It comes from the never-ending greed. The fight for corruption-free ethical society will have to be fought against this greed and replace it with, what can I give spirit? When we tackle obstacles, we find hidden reserves of courage and resilience we did not know we had. And it is only when we are faced with failure do we realize that these resources were always there within us. We only need to find them and move on with our lives. Unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. In this world, fear has no place. Only strength respects strength. Great teachers emanate out of knowledge, passion, and compassion. I was willing to accept what I couldn't change. God is everywhere. War is never a lasting solution for any problem. The bird is powered by its own life and by its motivation. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. Ultimately, Education in its real sense is the pursuit of truth. It is an endless journey through knowledge and enlightenment. Be more dedicated to making solid achievements than in running after swift but synthetic happiness. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality, and happiness of every citizen is important for the overall prosperity, peace, and happiness of the nation. A teacher should have a creative mind. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is harmony in the house. When there is harmony in the house, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among students and become their role model. No sanction can stand against ignited minds. No religion has mandated killing others as a requirement for its sustenance or promotion. Real education enhances the dignity of a human being and increases his or her self-respect. If only the real sense of education could be realized by each individual and carried forward in every field of human activity, the world will be so much a better place to live in. I firmly believe that unless one has tasted the bitter pill of failure, one cannot aspire enough for success. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. Almost half of the population of the world lives in rural regions and mostly in a state of poverty. Such inequalities in human development have been one of the primary reasons for unrest and, in some parts of the world, even violence. Economy forced me to become a vegetarian, but I finally starting liking it. Widespread use of antibiotics promotes the spread of antibiotic resistance. Smart use of antibiotics is the key to controlling its spread. I was a disadvantaged child from a non-educated family, yet I had the advantage of being in the company of great teachers. Why are we, as a nation, so obsessed with foreign things? Is it a legacy of our colonial years? We want foreign television sets. We want foreign shirts. We want foreign technology. Why this obsession with everything imported? Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. For me, there are two types of people, the young and the experienced. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. My message, especially to young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people. One of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions. Poetry comes from the highest happiness or the deepest sorrow. Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? While children are struggling to be unique, the world around them is trying all means to make them look like everybody else. For me, there is no such thing as a negative experience. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. Creativity is the key to success in the future, and primary education is where teachers can bring creativity in children at that level. Let me define a leader. He must have vision and passion and not be afraid of any problem. Instead, he should know how to defeat it. Most importantly, he must work with integrity. Nations consist of people, and with their effort, a nation can accomplish all it could ever want. I was a disadvantaged child from a non-educated family, yet I had the advantage of being in the company of great teachers. What is politics? Political system is equal to development politics plus political politics. We must think and act like a nation of 1 billion people and not like that of 1 million people. Dream, dream, dream. Small aim is a crime. My hair grows and grows. You cannot stop it. That fellow grows, it grows wild. India should walk on her own shadow. We must have our own development model. For success of any mission, it is necessary to have creative leadership. Creative leadership is vital for government, non-governmental organizations as well as for industries. Science is global. Einstein's equation, E equals mc2, has to reach everywhere. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. Science does not differentiate between multiple races. Smart habitation is an integrated area of villages in a city working in harmony and where the rural and urban divide has reduced to thin line. New markets could be created by rural potentials, which could lead to rise in the employment. When grand plans for scientific and defense technologies are made, do the people in power think about the sacrifices the people in the laboratories and fields have to make? The president's post should not be politicized. Once a president is elected, he is above politics. Tell me, why is the media here so negative? Why are we in India so embarrassed to recognize our own strengths, our achievements? We are such a great nation. We have so many amazing success stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. Why? When you look at the light bulb above you, you remember Thomas Alva Edison. When the telephone bell rings, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. When you see the blue sky, you think of Sir C.V. Raman. Regarding marriage, somehow, it didn't happen. One fellow in such a big family not getting married is not an issue. My view is that at a younger age your optimism is more and you have more imagination, etc. You have less bias. One lesson that every nation can learn from China is to focus more on creating village-level enterprises, quality health services and educational facilities. We have not invaded anyone. We have not conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, their history and tried to enforce our way of life on them. Medical costs are of concern, both in developing and developed countries. An economically peaceful and prosperous Sri Lanka is the dream of youth of the nation. My message for the youth is to collectively work for an inclusively developed Sri Lanka. The world has today 546 nuclear plants generating electricity. Their experience is being continuously researched, and feedback should be provided to all. Nuclear scientists have to interact with the people of the nation, and academic institutions continuously update nuclear power generation technology and safety. I have met 18 million youth, and each wants to be unique. When I took over as president, I studied the Constitution, and the more I studied it, the more I realized that it does not prevent the President of India from giving the nation a vision. So when I went and presented this vision in Parliament and in legislative assemblies, everyone welcomed it, irrespective of party affiliations. It means, people who are in high and responsible positions, if they go against righteousness, righteousness itself will get transformed into a destroyer. It's when children are 15, 16 or 17 that they decide whether they want to be a doctor, an engineer, a politician or go to the Mars or Moon. That is the time they start having a dream, and that's the time you can work on them. You can help them shape their dreams. English is necessary as at present original works of science are in English. I believe that in 2 decades' times original works of science will start coming out in our languages. Then we can move over like the Japanese.